Come on, is it really that hard? Please, just one. For me?
Alright, Johnny.
Fine, have it your way. Smoke to your lungs' content.
Ah, finally. Something better than exhaust in the stench of the city. Don't tell me you don't feel it, too. We going in?
Let's give him a couple. You saw how she looked.
If it was up to me, I would have splashed some water on her face back at the studio and asked her straight up.
I mean, I sort of asked.
It's not up to you, though, is it? Let's go. Oh, shit, not good.
You're causing problems to me again, Johnny. Stop scrambling my brain, Johnny. Where am I? Is this Judy's house? No, these are all like fucking trivia shorts.
She's sleeping. At least I think she is. Her eyes are closed and she's not shaking anymore. I would have already killed her by now if I didn't feel so bad for her.
I need to talk to her.
Listen, I know you've got some serious questions that she's got the answers to. I mean, if I were you, I'd want to know too. But it's just not gonna happen. She's completely out of it.
You've got to be fucking kidding me.
Yep.
How's she feeling?
Use your imagination. That place sucked every last drop of humanity from her. It's not enough, she already gave up everything she had. I just kept taking more and more. She's in some kind of trance, like she's folded into herself. No reaction to her surroundings whatsoever. I really didn't want to poke around in her head. I did it for you. I just want you to know that.
Seems like you did it against your will.
You're mad at her. Why?
When you asked me to scour her behavioral chip, I was just about done dealing with your shit.
Judy, I didn't have any
I know.
other-
It's okay.
So I don't get why...
You'll find out in a sec. I'll show you the virtue I found.
Guessing you saw them already.
Yeah, had to wrestle to make sense of the whole thing. But I don't want to say anything and taint your perspective. You should go in with fresh eyes.
How many BDs did you manage to rip?
2. Only one of them's intact. Understandable, though. The rest... well, they're in the same shape as Evelyn right now.
Okay, show me.
Give me a sec while I set the parameters.
Guess we'll find out if our doll really did lose her tune. Come on, V. I'll be the first to admit, this does not look good.
Wait, her hair now is red. I guess she had her hair dyed.
Hey, how you feeling? Need
Maybe her
anything?
real
I hear
hair
an
could
ag.
be red.
Just talk.
She got bruises all over her body.
I know it's a bad time, but I gotta ask. You got any idea how to remove the biochip? Or know anyone else who might?
Nope.
Listen, Evelyn, I really need your help. It's important. If I don't do anything, and do it soon, I'll die.
Bro, she's
You're
having like...
right. This is a complete waste of time.
She's like jerking off. Like, not jerking off. Like, her body's jerking off. She can hear, right? Oh. Sign of life.
Well now, look at you.
I guess she's traumatized. Let's just leave her. Well, not much help.
Have a seat.
You got it?
Alright, roll it.
Data was in pretty rough shape.
Holy
Not all that
fucking
editable.
streamer setup.
Glad you managed to salvage him in the first place.
How many
Needs a second
computers?
to load.
How many monitors do you have? Holy fuck.
Quality's
Look at that
low.
keyboard, brother.
But I did what I could.
That shit's huge. Damn, mega streamer. God damn, not even Dr. Disrespect has a setup that big. Holy fuck.
Every single piece of tech I see, security.
We need a layout of the whole room.
Oh shit.
We will get everything else we need from the virtu.
What about his messages?
Only if you can do it and be parfait bourré. It's most important that he suspect nothing. Try to be your usual, relaxed self.
And if he starts talking about the biochip himself, should I...
Biochip? Where you hear this? That is not of interest to you. You spin the virtue, you come back here, we give you the eddies. That is your one job. The rest is none of your concern. Understand?
Okay, so this lady gave Evelyn the job to steal the biochip, which then Evelyn got in contact with Dex, and Dex gave the job to V and Jackie. So we're getting deeper into understanding who put out the job. This lady, whoever she is, black, speaks French. She is the one who put out the job. Okay, this is huge. This is huge. Okay. Because we want to understand why we did it to begin with.
Can't see her face.
Under normal circumstances, that kind of encryption's easy to crack. But not this time. Whoever she is, she's got serious net running skills.
That, or someone's working it for her.
Gender female, no further data available. Personal data hidden via ID scramble requiring high net running skills. Yeah.
Might not be important.
Maybe, but all of them are from Pacifica. Narrows down our search, at least.
There's Evelyn. Yep, there she is.
And
she was still fine.
I think I recognize these.
What are they?
Veve markings.
You familiar with them?
Not enough to know what they actually mean. Heard of who might use them, though.
Who?
Could be the VooDoo boys, but that's just a hunch. Can't be 100% sure.
The spine-chilling Netrunner crew? Hard to find, because they don't want to be. I wouldn't know where to start. What now?
A gang.
Looks like I'm going on a field trip to Pacifica.
Okay.
Alright, think we got everything.
Seems like it's all that there is to it on this one.
What do you think? Woman who hired Evelyn. Any idea who we're up against?
Your guess is as good as mine. Sorry, V.
Now we know what happened at Clouds. They're the ones who tried to flatline her. Launched a nuke at her chip.
So it was punishment? For getting played by her?
She knew more than they thought she knew. Couldn't let that go.
I get it.
So that's who she was running from.
Yeah. That's why she didn't contact us.
Looks like Evelyn never told us the whole truth.
You're telling me? If I'd known what she'd gotten herself into? Oh, I'm so mad at her.
Her only job was to record a virtu. Pretty damn amazing she managed to organize a full-blown heist.
Yeah.
And swipe the biochip from under her boss's noses.
That's crazy.
So that's where you came in.
Yep.
She hired you.
Mm-hmm.
And brought this all on herself. On you two.
We're starting
There's
to understand
one more
now.
recording. Wanna see it?
Of course.
Sure, why not? Nothing can surprise me at this point.
Yeah. So, according to Judy, she was only supposed to record the virtu at Konpeki Plaza, which she did, but she went further and beyond. And she thought, okay, you know what? This biochip, it might be very valuable. So I'm gonna try to swipe this from under Yorinobu's nose and try to sell it. Don't know who she was trying to sell it to, but Yorinobu swiped the biochip away from Saburo.
Oui, lui aller. Nous t'ai qu'une raison, moi c'est tout intelligent pour ça, côté bien.
Okay, this one has more information apparently.
Moi c'est pas enragé.
She was sneaking on the woman
C'est plus bon
that she was
moyen
talking to.
pour nous arriver sur Yorinobu.
She's speaking
Faut que nous
French though.
confiance là. Vous gagnez plus bon l'idée? Très bien. Si vous décidez si c'est bon critique, ça me pense. À continuer à faire travail.
What language is she speaking?
Dunno. Haitian Creole? It is the VooDoo boys.
Didn't I... Wait, let me see if I've got an auto translator. Meantime, you try to tune into the phone's frequency. See what the other side's saying.
Alright. Audio editing, I guess.
Try scanning the phone.
How do you... Okay.
Got it. Give it a second.
Heard her mention Yorinobu.
Probably why Evelyn buried this
Tu pouvais
recording.
déjà aller?
Caught another name.
Lui aller.
Something like
Vous t'ai qu'une raison, moi c'est tout
Silverhand?
intelligent pour ça, côté bien.
Ou pensez mademoiselle a fait nous un problème?
We have to know what
Moi
they're
c'est pas
saying.
enragé.
Could be important.
En plus, c'est
Fine.
plus bon moyen de
Just
gagner pour
found the
nous
auto
arriver sur
translate
Yorinobu.
package.
Faut que
Should
nous
get along
confiance
fine
là.
with your system. I'll install it now.
Moi t'ai ramé quoi même j'avais qui Sylvain.
Let's see.
Tu pouvais déjà aller?
Ça, sous point. Oui, lui aller. Vous t'ai qu'une raison, moi c'est tout intelligent pour ça, côté bien.
Ou pensez mademoiselle a fait nous un problème?
Moi c'est pas enragé. En plus, c'est plus bon moyen de gagner pour nous arriver sur Yorinobu. Faut que nous confiance là.
Moi t'ai ramé quoi même j'avais qui Sylvain a mené nous direct sous Alt.
Vous gagnez plus bon l'idée? Très bien. Si vous décidez si c'est bon critique, ça me pense. À continuer à faire travail.
Okay. So apparently, from what I understand, this is what I think.
Vous pouvez avoir des...
Right here.
avoir des fins.
What he said.
Ah, vous serez risque nous n'aimons pas dans ici.
C'est plus bon moyen de
Moi t'ai ramé
gagner
quoi
pour
même
nous arriver
j'avais
sur Yorinobu.
qui Sylvain a
I wish I shared your confidence. Here. I wish I shared your confidence that Silverhand will lead us to Alt. Johnny mentioned Alt. This Alt person. Alt something. Back at the, was it After Clouds? Was right at the end of my recording. He mentioned something about this thing called Alt. Control Alt Delete. I don't fucking know. And right here, they're talking about Silverhand will lead them to Alt. So they knew what was in the biochip. They had intel info on what was in the biochip. So they were plotting to steal it regardless. But they never wanted Ev to steal it because she would probably try to sell it to the highest bidder. And these guys were only hiring her to scan a virtu. That's what I'm thinking.
Okay, Judy, we're good.
All right, disconnecting. I don't get it. What's this have to do with Johnny Silverhand? He died, like, forever ago.
True.
V, you got any idea?
Yep. Got a lot of them.
Biochip we stole? It's got Silverhand's engram burned onto it.
Engram?
Digitized psyche. Personality construct. Can you give me a minute? Need to go over some stuff. in my head.
Of course.
Know who they are, who the woman is? Any idea how we find them?
Fuck, V. I've been dead the last half-century. Sorry if I'm unable to hand you all the answers on a chrome fucking platter when you snap your fingers.
These people, what could they want from Alt?
How the hell should I know?
Got no notion whatsoever?
One way or another, everything leads back to that Netrunner. Finding her's our biggest priority. If she knows as much as I think she knows about the chip, she can help us out.
Thought you said nothing could help us.
Nah, just find us that JuJu wirehead, okay?
Yeah, how? Any idea to start asking how? Like, okay, I gotta go to Pacifica. But like, any more intel, brother? High index contact lenses, buyos with sensors, neural signal augmenter, idea. Pain circuit breaker for dolls. Once the max pain threshold is reached, the session automatically shuts down. Client receives a fine. These are all the messages from Judy. Help. Evelyn Parker to Judy Alvarez. Hey, it's been like 1,000 years since we saw each other. What's up with you, girl? You still coped in Susie's basement? Still with Michael? Hoping at least one of those things isn't true anymore. So, I've got a tiny favor to ask. Okay, it's more like a humongous favor. Super important to me, but should be a breeze for a geek like you. Holler back at me. Mind straight up just telling me what's going on? This got anything to do with your previous messages? And yes, one of the things isn't true anymore. I need you to scroll a virtue for me. That's it. I promise in exchange I'll make sure you don't have to do anything for the rest of your life but art. Let's just meet, okay? Where can I find you these days? Susie's basement. So this is when Evelyn recorded. I'm assuming that this is when Evelyn recorded the Konpeki Plaza stuff and she was asking Judy for a favor. Okay. News channel 1's channel N54 to Judy Alvarez. Hi, we're the biggest TV broadcast channel in Night City. Some of your BDs recently fell into our lap and we're really impressed. We'd like to offer you the chance to work with a young, dynamic team of artists like yourself. With flexible working conditions and the chance to create an eye-popping portfolio. Let us know what you think. Best wishes, Nicole Wands. Hi Judy, did you receive my last message? We'd really like you to consider our offer. Judy's just stonewalling these guys. Judy Alvarez to Nicole Wands. I assumed no answer was enough. Hi Judy. Of course, I understand. Let us know if you change your mind. Hey yo, listen. I may not like Judy that much, okay? But you gotta give the girl some credit sometimes. She's a fucking savage. Okay? Listen, I should start answering fucking commercial calls like this too. You know what I mean? Like start like giving these type of smirky like responses, like these fucking commercials, you know? Like this isn't a commercial, like this is a fucking like this is a fucking working environment actually asking someone to be a part of their team. But you know, I'm just saying, you know, like I assumed no answer was enough, like that. It just sounds really good, you know, like you're not being disrespectful, but you're like valuing your privacy to a point where you make the other person feel uncomfortable. That's pretty much like, that's very Giga Chad, you know. Roxanne Summer to Judy Alvarez. Hey, I had a really weird sitch with a client. I met him at the bar when I was offline. He said he'd be coming to me exclusively for a few months and that he wanted to get to know me. We talked about a lot. He's a corporal. He said his job isn't that different to mine because he also has to put up with an act all day. Like, he has to play golf with his boss, but who he hates or whatever. He seemed kinda nice. Now he wants to meet up outside of Clouds. What do I do? Take him to Lizzie so he can keep an eye on you, just in case, and keep a stunner on you. Work with us, Judy. Damn, she's getting a lot of fucking offers from a lot of people who want her to work with them. Rajiv Roy Singhad Studios. Oh, Indians. Hi. We're one of the biggest movie production studios in the world. We'd like to offer you the chance to work with a young, dynamic team with flexible working conditions on the chance to create an eye-popping portfolio. Best wishes, Rajiv Sorai. Wait, hold on. These motherfuckers send an exact copy pasta of the other one right here, the N54 channel broadcasters. Judy, stop messaging me. Okay. Judy Alvarez to Evelyn Parker. Hey Ev, I'm looking for a BD actor. Client wants as little chrome as possible. Age doesn't matter. Know anyone who'd be up for it? 80s aren't spectacular, but they're not terrible either. I'll ask. That's it? 2 words? Everything alright? I don't know, Judy. Everything's been nagging at me lately. Starting to think I wasn't made for this. Sleazy clients, porn, piss, poor conditions, shitty 80s. Wasn't meant to turn out like this. We deserve more, don't we? I fucked up. Evelyn to Judy. Hey Jude, sorry about earlier today. I was pissed at Susie and you took the flak for it. Wait a minute. This was when... No, hold on. Nah, this must have been a long time ago. Yeah, this must have been. Because these are older messages. Right? Like this one right here was the last message. This was when Evelyn got the job. Okay, so this is much, much older. I know you. Know how you work. But you played the wrong hand. I know. Talk to her again once you're both chilled. I'm sure it'll be fine. I doubt it. Compensation. Judy to Sydney Roberts. I'd like to explore my options about unlawful juvenile detention when I was 16 years old. I'm pretty sure I owed some kind of compensation. I'm looking for a lawyer who can take on this case for 10% of the awarded sum. Wait, so she went through a unlawful juvenile detention? Okay, so she got into trouble when she was younger? Hello, can you please provide more details? How are you sure the sentence was unlawful? I was convicted for stealing a fire truck and for the illegal use of property belonging to a fire department. Except I didn't steal that truck. I found it in a scrapyard and fixed it up. It took me half a year, but when I was done, it looked better than factory new. They busted on my first ride. Nobody believed that I didn't steal it. Oh. Winning compensation from the city council is extremely difficult. In my opinion, not worth the trouble. So you don't believe me either. Thanks for nothing. I don't think that's what he was trying to say, Judy. Okay. Just scouring her message. Where is she? Oh, there you are.
Wait, you got any idea how to get in touch with the VooDoo boys?
Nope. Yeah, why are you interested?
Why? Worried that I'll give Evelyn up to him?
I already gave you Evelyn.
No. I didn't trust you at first, but... Well, if you wanted to get back at Evelyn, you would have done it already. So why the worried look? I want it all to work out for you. You got a plan?
Nope.
Listen, I'm gonna run. I'll ask around. Make a few calls. Well, good luck. Hope you won't need it.
Yeah, well.
See you around, Judy. Right.
What?
Thanks, V.
For what? Call Mr. Hands. Why? The fuck? Who the fuck is Mr. Hands?
V, what's shaking?
Need to make contact with the VooDoo Boys chief if you can swing it.
All right. Straight to heavy business. Now, that'd be Maman Brigitte. Be tough getting a word into her.
Maman Brigitte? That sounds like a spooky cult alias.
Have not had the pleasure of asking her personally, but it is what everybody calls her. Doubt the title has any real religious weight, though. VooDoo Boys play pretty fast and loose with their Haitian heritage.
Right.
I was led to believe you could arrange anything.
Ah! Now that sounded like my third wife every time she wanted a new purse.
Really don't do any biz with them?
Not with the chefs, cheffins, priests, and whatnot. All got dirigible-sized egos, won't talk to lowly me. But if you insist, I can ask around, try to set something up. I'll just need some details first.
Sorry, it's personal.
Well, that's fucking helpful.
got something they want.
Truly? Want to sell something to the VDBs? Trust me. They
Just
don't
go
want
around.
it, they don't need it. They're isolated, insulated. They got their own contracts, tech, networks. But have it your way. Okay, I'll see what I can do and get back to you.
Alright. Oh shit, he actually went around. Alright. I'm gonna stop here. I'll be back later maybe? Yeah, maybe later.